Hey friends, today we are talking about fractions. Fractions are parts of a whole or parts of a set, and the biggest thing you need to remember about fractions is that all of the pieces are the same size. Each piece has to be equal. So it could be like pieces of pizza, right? If you have a whole pizza, that would be one. If you have part of that pizza, then you've got a slice part of that whole. You might have 1 out of 8 slices. That would be your fraction. It could also be a set. Like I've got these bananas. One of them would be 1/2, right? So it's part of a set. So it could be part of one whole set, or it could be one whole object broken into little bits. We use words like halves, thirds, fourths, sixths, and eighths when we talk about fractions because it's our way of saying, hey, these are equal parts. For example, I ate half the pie. Eek, that would be a lot of pie. But you know in your head, just from hearing that there was one whole pie, and now there's half of it. Only 1 out of 2 parts remain. If you have any siblings, then you've probably shared in halves if you have 2, thirds if there's 3 of you, fourths if you're sharing with 4 people. So your number changes based on how many pieces are in that whole. So when you're talking about fractions, you are going to see things that look like this. This is a fraction. We did this in first grade. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. In second grade, we just learned a little bit more about the vocabulary. For example, the top number is called the numerator. Say that with me, numerator. The numerator just tells you how many pieces you have. The bottom number is called the denominator. The denominator tells you how many pieces there are in all. So for example, I have my banana set. There are 2 of them. So my bottom number would be 2 because there are 2 bananas in all. If I eat one of them for breakfast, I have 1 out of 2 bananas left. 1/2 of my set of bananas are left. That number can work with any number that you've got in your set. Your numerator is what you have. Your total amount is at the bottom. That's your denominator. So here's another one. I have these tangerine things. I have 3 in all. Look at my fraction. 2/3. Okay? I'm going to hold up 2/3 of them. I have 3 in all. Now I'm holding 2/3 of them. I'm holding 2 out of 3 of my tangerines. Does that make sense? You might say, oh, I ate 4 out of 6 pieces of pizza. I ate 4. There were 6 in all. Your bottom number, your denominator, tells you how many you had in all. The top number is your numerator. That tells how much is shaded or how much you ate or what you're working with, whatever it is. If the numbers are the same in a fraction, congratulations, you have a whole. Look at this. I had 3 goldfish crackers. I'm holding 3 out of 3 of them. What does that mean? That means I'm eating all of the goldfish crackers. Yum. Make sure you look at your study guide. It helps you out. Right here it tells you, hey, fractions have to be equal. Here are some examples. It might be half of one object. There's 1/3 of a pizza. 1/4. Ooh, look, there's a set. Notice they're not all in pieces together, but it's a set of objects. Like you could count M&Ms or gummies. And this one is, what does it say? Chocolate chips. 1 chocolate chip out of how many in all? Down here, you've got some more examples. It tells you about the numerator, the parts, right here, sorry. 3 out of 4 of them are shaded, so our top number's 3. There are 4 pieces in all. It looks like a Hershey bar. So 4 is our bottom number. And you can also compare the fractions. That's not something I went over in the video, but you can do that. The only assignment you have to do to complete, to turn in for fractions is this. Take a picture of food in your house, showing a fraction, send us the picture. The end. Have a great time with fractions.